All right, yo, what is good, YouTube? We got another slideshow video today. It's been a couple of days since I ripped one of these, so I figured I'd give it a go again. This one is going to be how to get ripped without giving up your favorite foods. You see, a huge problem a lot of people face when trying to get in shape is that they really have a hard time sticking to a diet. Everyone says training's the easy part and diet is the hard part. And I sort of agree. You know, if you're looking at it from how most people perceive fitness as, like you have to eat like super clean, like broccoli, rice, chicken all day, every day in order to get into shape. Yeah, that would make the diet probably the hardest part for sure. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's not the case. You don't have to eat like that in order to get in great shape. You actually don't even have to give up your favorite foods. I'm going to get into more details on that, but I just want to preface that on kind of why I'm making this video. Because diet, I'd say training and diet are probably pretty equal when it comes to difficulty as far as getting in shape. I enjoy both, honestly. So let's get right into it. So how do I know this stuff actually works? You know, I'm just some random dude on the internet, right? So I've been lifting seriously for the last like 7 years. I've been through a lot of like trial and error periods. So I've obviously, like, if I want to be consistent with it for a long period of time, I'm going to learn a thing or two. I've experienced dirty bulking, crash dieting multiple times. I've been through countless bulking and cutting cycles. And you know, I've done the bro foods for years and years, and I was like, okay, let me try something a little bit different. That's kind of how I came up with this approach. But you can see in the left pictures there, I was in the dirty bulk mode, and then I didn't really crash diet to get these pictures on the right are more recent, so I didn't crash diet to get there. You can see the difference, the sort of the transformation over the years. Yeah, I used to think you could only eat bro foods in order to get in shape, and that's just not the case at all. Like if you want to be like a bodybuilder, like get massive, then yeah, you probably would need to eat bro foods. Like that's just the type of food your body's gonna need to like get to that level essentially. So I still use this method today, and has only made me more and more progress, and has only made the process more and more enjoyable. I'm gonna go over everything in detail for you guys in this video. All right, so how can this actually help you with your fitness goals? I'm just gonna kind of spell out how this can actually benefit you. So you won't have to eat boring ass food all the time. Again, everyone thinks diet is the hardest part when it comes to getting in shape, but it doesn't have to be. It'll make fitness more sustainable, like a more sustainable process for you, so you can stick to it better, so you can be more consistent, stay motivated, and therefore better results. You won't have the urge to cheat on your diet or to binge eat. You know, a lot of people do these crash diets, super restrictive, and then on the weekends they'll just go ham, eat a like fucking whole pizza. Keeping your results forever will be easy. A huge mistake people make is that they'll do some sort of fitness program or something. Like it's a 12-week program or whatever. The 12 weeks is up. They're like, oh, yes, I hit my goal. Now I can go back to living my old lifestyle. And they just gain all the weight back. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like I'd just rather continue to progress instead of progress, degress, and accomplish the same goal again, you know? You'll make people jealous that you're losing fat and or building muscle while still enjoying life. Obviously, that's a big one. People don't want to suffer to get into shape. Like, I mean, I think that's why so many people are out of shape, is because they think it's a grueling process, but it's not, okay? So fitness is a long game, and doing whatever you can to stick it out is crucial. So you're not going to get results in a couple weeks. I mean, you can get some results in a couple weeks, but you're not going to get the results you're looking for in a couple weeks, I should say. So you have to make it a sustainable process, and a process that you can stick to long term. That's probably one of the main messages I'm trying to get across, that I talk about almost on every video on this channel. I'm not gonna lie, that fitness needs to be sustainable. So that's why I'm making these videos. So hopefully it can become a more sustainable process for you guys. You won't be questioning whether or not you can eat a certain food and still stay on track. I'm gonna get into more details on exactly what that means in a minute. I don't know. Let's say there's some chips or something, like a little bag of chips on the counter. Like you can open up MyFitnessPal and see how many calories you have remaining for the day. You're like, okay, so I can have a serving and a half of chips. Very simple. So key mistakes people make when it comes to nutrition. I see this all the time. Too much junk food. Kind of a given. I mean, this just means too much junk food, which equates to more calories consumed than you're burning throughout the day. When you're eating a bunch of high fat, like high saturated fat and like high sugar food, the calories add up super fast. So I would recommend trying to stay away from that. Obviously, if it's your favorite food, you can still implement it here and there, but you definitely have to be more mindful. Again, it really just comes down to calories in, calories out. Too much or not enough calories. Again, that's pretty self-explanatory. Everyone knows the laws of thermodynamics. So yeah, it's all calories in, calories out. So you're not prioritizing protein as well. This is a fundamental thing here, because so many people they'll say they want to build muscle, lose fat or whatever, but they don't eat like any whole protein sources. Like they just kind of eat throughout the day and just work out. They just don't take it serious enough. Like if you just eat, like, prioritize protein, you'd be surprised on how on the type of results you can get. Again, it has to be quality protein though. Like, I mean, you can still throw in protein shakes here and there, but obviously, like, getting it from whole foods like meat and stuff like that is going to give you the best bang for your buck. Inconsistent with calorie intake as well. So maybe you're trying to lose fat, you'd say you're in a deficit for like 3 days in a row. Then on the fourth day, you are in a surplus, and you just kind of erase all the progress you just made. So you got to be consistent. Binging. Yeah, I kind of went over this. When you're over restrictive, then on the weekends you'll go binge. Eyeballing macros and calories. Okay, this is a special. I mean, you can kind of do this when you're a little bit more experienced, but if you're new to it, you should not be eyeballing stuff. Like, I'm sorry, you should not be eyeballing stuff, because you don't, like, if you say you need to eat, like, I don't know, 5 ounces of steak or something like that, and you just kind of look at it like, that's about 5 ounces. You could be so off. That's a huge mistake people make. They're like, I got it. No. I mean, honestly, I still track all my stuff. Like, I still weigh everything. Not that I can't eyeball it, but it's just because I like being as accurate as possible and as consistent as possible. Big one. Oh my God, this one. Rewarding yourself for being on track for the week with an unearned cheat meal. So what I mean by this is that, let's say you absolutely do well, like kill it the entire week. You hit all your macros, calories are on point, you smashed your workouts, you're like, man, I did great this week. And then you go out on Saturday night, go to a buffet, and just fucking go ham as a reward. I'd say unearned cheat meal. You just erased all of the work you did that week just for that one cheat meal. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Don't be doing that. Not using sugar or fat-free options. Again, like if you're trying to lose weight and you're using like regular barbecue sauce or ketchup, maple syrup or something, those calories add up so fast, and like you can get the exact same thing for significantly less calories, and it tastes pretty much the exact same as like the regular option. Not drinking enough water. So this is a crucial one too, because hydration is key, especially when it comes to like feeling satiated throughout the day. And you're just going to feel like much better throughout the day too if you just eating or drinking enough water. All right, the truth is all calories in, calories out. That's what it comes down to. If you want to lose weight, you eat less, burn more. Want to gain weight, eat more, burn less. Very simple. Calorie deficit versus calorie surplus. Again, this is something we should all know now, but I still want to include it in here just so we're all on the same page. All right, fundamentals. So you absolutely have to track your calories and macros using a food scale in MyFitnessPal. I don't like, I still do this to this day. Like, I pretty much eat the same thing every day. So like, I put it into MyFitnessPal like maybe every once in a while, like every, I don't know, a couple weeks when I need to change my diet if like my weight is staying the same or whatever. That's the only time I'll like put a new diet in, but I'll eat the same thing every single day. Like, I don't mind it at all. You definitely need to track everything in MyFitnessPal. Figure out your maintenance calories. I'll go over this next. Focus on protein. As I mentioned earlier, about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is usually a pretty good rule of thumb. Stay hydrated throughout the day, around 1 gallon per day. Follow a 85-15 rule, where 85% of your calories is coming from clean, ideally whole food, and then 15% is coming from, other calories, other stuff. All right, so food tracking. This is fundamental. You need to track all your calories and at least your protein. You don't have to track all your carbs and fats, but I mean, maybe if you want to be productive as possible, you could do that, but at least just do your protein. Download MyFitnessPal. It's on your phone. It's free. Buy a cheap food scale on Amazon. You can get one for like $10 to $20 or something like that. Super easy. Just make sure it has grams, ounces, just kind of all the essential units. Even if you eat a full container or something, you can still track it into MyFitnessPal. Like, so say for example, you have like a bag of chips, like a small bag of chips or something. You can just scan the barcode and load it into MyFitnessPal. It's very simple. Tracking your calories is the only way to not second guess yourself on the food you're eating. So this is what I mean why you don't have to give up your favorite foods as long as you're tracking all your macros and calories. Yeah, you just have to be more mindful of the stuff you're putting in your mouth, because that's really all it comes down to. If you want to lose weight, you got to eat less. It's very simple. And the only way to ensure that you're eating less and eating in this deficit is to track it into MyFitnessPal. So if you put something into MyFitnessPal and it's too many calories, don't eat the whole thing. Like, again, going back to the bag of chips example, like say if you put a bag of chips in MyFitnessPal, and it's like it would put you like 300 calories over your daily intake. Just don't eat the whole bag. Like it's that simple, guys. It just takes a tiny bit of discipline and self-control. All right, calculating maintenance calories. So don't use online calculators unless you have absolutely no idea where to start. The best way to find your maintenance is to track your calories for like a 7 to 10 days straight and then average them out for the week. You know, use MyFitnessPal and a food scale. Just see like roughly how much you're eating on a for 7 to 10 days. And then from there, you average it out. MyFitnessPal and a food scale to figure out how much you're eating right now. Add up the daily totals over a 7-day period and divide that by 7 to get your average. Also weigh yourself in the morning just to ensure that your weight is actually staying the same. I mean, obviously it's going to fluctuate a little bit here and there with your weight, but the same thing with your weight. Just average that out for the week as well. All right, so how much do you need to eat? So if you want to gain weight, eat 200 to 300 calories surplus based on your maintenance. If you want to lose weight, eat in a 200 to 300 calorie deficit. It should say deficit, not surplus right there. Eat in a 200 to 300 calorie deficit if you want to lose weight based on your maintenance. All right, so applying everything we've gone over so far. So now that you know how much to eat, you have your food scale, you've downloaded MyFitnessPal, you're eating around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, ideally coming from whole food. You can throw in a couple protein shakes here and there. Everything else is carbs and fats, obviously. 85-15 rule for carbs and fats. Majority of your carbs and fats should be coming from whole foods, but they don't have to. Again, it just comes to calories in, calories out. As long as the calorie intake is where it needs to be, then you can be a bit more flexible, as long as you're tracking stuff. All right, so example, 180-pound person who wants to lose weight. Maintenance calories is around 2,700. Total calories, because they want to lose weight, let's just say 2,400. That's what they need to eat. Protein intake, 180 grams, 1 gram per pound of body weight, which is around 720 calories. So I got the 720 because it's 180 times 4, because 4 calories per gram protein roughly. That gives you about 360 calories to have a small snack of choice, because 15% of the remaining calories. So as long as you're tracking everything, then you can get away with much more, because you will know if you can eat a certain food or not. So that's really the kind of the main takeaway here. Like if you want to be able to get in shape without giving up your favorite foods, you have to track everything. Like you have to track everything and prioritize protein, because you're not going to be second guessing yourself. Yes, you don't have to give up your favorite foods, but you have to be more mindful. So that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully it was helpful, because I know a lot of people struggle with diet, so I really hope this video helped you guys out. If you guys have any questions, you can leave it down in the comments below, or you can message me on Instagram, which is in the description. I reply to everyone. And if anyone wants to get more information on like my coaching, or like would like to see what it would look like to work with me, then there is a calendar link in the description below, and you can book a call and we could see if you're a good fit for the team or not. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.